Hey, it's the weekend. I gotta adjust my camera. And I'm here on the weekend because what we're doing is setting my volume so I can hear the game a little bit. It's Tera. I finally got my beta code access, so what I'm gonna do is spend some time looking at character creation and just first part of the game here. So first time ever, I'm just gonna pick this medium population server here, Arachnia. We like spiders, so let's enter. This is what your starting screen looks like. So I haven't even seen character creation, so this is kind of exciting. Well, we have nothing chosen at all, so let's go ahead and do new character. So what do I know about this game? Pretty much absolutely nothing other than, new MMO coming out. They've been working on it a couple years. It's an action MMO, so as far as I know, it's not your traditional turn-based, but it's going to be clicking on the mouse and hitting your keys. No auto attack to my knowledge. So we'll hop in and we'll kind of see what it's like. We have well, let's take a look at what we've got as far as races and classes go. So first is your human. So we've got male and female. I'm going to check because some games, some class, or some races don't have a male or a female version. So humans, though, we've got male, female humans, and right off the character graphics are astoundingly good. That's really good. It's something called a Castanic, which this was kind of unique to them. Not quite an elf, but it's kind of a demonish looking race. So that was the male. There's the female. Now a lot of this stuff, if folks have been following this has been posted on websites, so this might not be anything new, but if you've not seen or heard of it, here's your chance to take a peek. Now one drawback is I like to be able to rotate the models just so you can kind of see them from all angles when making a decision, but this won't let you rotate, so not a game breaker, but that's a Castanic. Oh, there you go. You can read about them right down here. Dark, very wry humor, bold manner. Castanics refuse to be chained to their dark past and now strive each day to forge a new future. Fierce and independent, Castanics make superb allies or deadly enemies. Here's an Amon. Millennia's warrior slaves to giants, Amani are enthusiastic about this new era of equality. Their endurance of slavery and their newly won freedom demonstrate the strength of the bodies and of their will. The Amani strive to suppress the violent nature forced upon them by their captors. Given provocation, however, it will rise to the surface. And then here's some ladies of that race. Kind of pretty, but definitely kind of armored up. I'm sure this isn't what they start with. That's just kind of a, here's what you could look like. Papori. They even have a nice little theme music to match. I gotta turn up the music here. How cute. Little badger people. Nature guardians. Warm, fuzzy appearance belies the instinctive ferocity in battle. They may walk upright, but their emotions and instincts are closer to the animals they once were. Confident and unashamed, Paporis rarely feel guilt, embarrassment, or sadness. So I can see a lot of people choosing that. Ellen, I've read a little bit about these. I'm probably not going to play one of these ever. But never aging, the wise and battle-worn Ellen still appear as vulnerable and innocent as their goddess was in the moment of their creation. Also known as the daughters of Elenu, these divine spirits are committed to upholding their goddess's dream, keep nature safe no matter the cost. And there's no male version of that, so that's just purely a bunny fairy looking thing. The Baraka, no male version or no female, just looks like a male. Peaceful and noble race, Barakas are nonetheless ferocious in defense of the weak. They are descended from giants, though they have rejected the giants' lust for conquest. Their imposing presence conceals the true strength of their minds. Baraka are giants in intellect as well as physicality. So, looks like cleric or wizard material there. My wife's missing her pin. I don't have your pin. She found a pin. Then the High Elves. Gotta have High Elves. So this has got at least a couple of your traditional, so there's no dwarves, halflings, so this is a fairly unique world, but they do have the High Elf. Eager to prove themselves, trustworthy allies of the Federation. No one questions their skills, but some question their hearts. The elves strive to overcome their own xenophobia acquired in the aftermath of an all-too-recent war. And then you got the ladies. So male, female versions of the high elves. Oh, the background changed too a little bit. Oh, no, there it is, warping in. Huh. I think for this, we'll just go with, that's kind of cool. We'll go with a standard guy. So we'll go on to selecting a class. Now, I'm not going to go through and check each race, each class. I'm just going to stick this time with just human. You know, maybe next beta I'll try something else. But for now, we'll go with just a human, and I'll look at the options. So I'm not sure if every race is allowed every single class. So we'll just kind of follow the human path. So there's your warrior, evasive tank or sustained DPS, melee, and wear leather armor. I like a little more oomph. Now it's got this player skill required. I haven't read to see what that is, but some games kind of put something in there. So if this has no stars, my thought would mean that's probably an easy class, because it says player skill. So like if I click on one of these other ones, there might be more stars filled in saying it's a little more difficult class to play. So that's, you know, a good thing, you know, just to kind of let you know if that's something you want to jump into. So warrior, probably being the most easy class, would probably be the most easy to learn the game and controls with, because you pretty much just run up and bash stuff. So we'll keep that in mind. Lancer, an absorption tank. There you go. That's an armor wielding class right there. Big shield, build big weapon, big armor. Heavily armored fighters focused on anchoring a battle. They generate maximum threat with shouts and special attacks, sacrificing movement and attack power for the best durability in the game. So that right there is your person who's going to taunt, hold the creature so everybody else can DPS it down, and you just take the abuse. Then we have a Slayer. Okay, that's pretty cool. He also wears leather armor. Lightly armored, agile fighter with devastating greatsword, high damage attacks combined with evasive maneuvers for a dynamic combat style. See, that might be something I might hop. Oh, here we go. Player skill required. Not filling in the stars, but showing how many stars. Let's go back to Lancer. 4. Hard to say what that means. Maybe that means you gotta have a lot of skill. Lancer, it's 4 stars. This is 3 stars, so maybe he's easy to play. Let's check a Berserker. Wear metal armors. Berserkers use charge up attack. See, he's got, maybe that's supposed to be like 2.5 stars. Might have to hit the website and find out what that player's skill is. Berserkers use charge up attacks to deal massive damage. Berserkers can also block incoming frontal attacks, though they lose MP quickly when not attacking. Here's a magic user. Sorcerer is a ranged damage class focused on annihilating the enemy with high damage nuke attacks. The mobile artillery of Tera. See, and I've always found that to be fascinating. Just boom, nuke them. And usually you can solo pretty good with a nuker class. You know, you got to be careful, they are fragile. So this game you'd probably have to learn mobility, keep moving, keep distance, root things, you know. Player skill required is 2. Hard to say, maybe that means it is more challenging. Here's an archer. You know, another ranged DPS class, channeling energy into their bows. Archers are capable of a wide range of attacks, dealing massive burst damage. Then there's a priest. Yeah, priests are a little bit easier to play because, well, he only wears cloth armor. Some games your priest wears real heavy armors, but looks like this particular priest is pretty much just that, a healer type. The good thing about a healer, why they're sometimes easier, is because, you know, they can heal themselves, sustain combat a little longer while they use their offensive spells, plus they buff and stuff. Mystic, strong support class, so here's your support class. 4 stars, they're a little bit easier. Protect and enhance their party through buffs and auras. Mystics also summon mighty thralls to assist, heal, and aid them in battle. See, thrall, this is your pet class. That's why they're a little bit easier to play, because they've got that pet. So priests, mid-range, you can do it. Archers a little bit tougher. I've been reading that they're good in PvE is what I'm reading, player versus environment, but when you get down to the player versus player, it's a little bit tougher to play. At least that's just a couple posts I've read that, you know, other people might those are the people complaining. There might be more people who love it even in PvP, but it says they're a little harder to play. Sorcerer says they're harder to play. Mostly I think they're harder to play because of that squishy factor. You know, if they get hit and beat down, they're not going to survive long because they wear, you know, cloth armor. Now your warriors are a little bit easier to play because, you know, you get armor, hit points. So what we might do, I kind of like the look of that guy. I'm kind of torn. He's pretty good. Thrall. See, I like summoning classes. So why don't we try this out and just kind of see what the thralls look like. If it has cool looking pets, I'll play it, but if the pets are like little pink horrors like they were in Warhammer, I probably won't play that. I'm sure they get better pets in Warhammer as he levels up. That pink horror in the beginning, not very good. So let's go with this for first. Presets. I think this is getting into designing your person here. Oh, now I can rotate them around. So that's what you're going to look like starting out. Let's hit some pre-built. That's pretty cool. So at least this is a game where the men aren't real fugly looking. So even that guy looks pretty cool. Let's go with that. Like, I'm done. Now, I mean, you could probably go into features, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on character creation. You know, hitting all the different faces and stuff that you can get. I want to get in and play some game. So I'm just going to pick one of the presets, and he looks very, very cool. Look at that bone structure. So I mean, it looks like you can really get in there and mold your person, and that's very, very good. I know a lot of games that have a very simple, very basic character creation, and a lot of people end up looking very cookie cut out. So if everybody just uses pre-gens, you'll probably see a lot of the same looking people. But with this kind of detail, look at that. It says brow, cheekbones, jaw, jaw width, jaw jut. You can really customize your folks. Looks like I can pick a little bit different outfit to start with. Let's see what we've got here. Maybe I'll pick a little bit different starting clothes. Or I don't know if this is what I start with, just maybe letting you kind of pose and see. That screams kind of Vulcan. I don't know if I like that one. This one is pretty good. I like that one. That looks very traditional. We'll go with that. Edit my name. Hopefully no one's taken that yet. Yay, we got him. I think we're going to go with that. I think that guy looks cool. We're going to try the Mystic, see what the Thralls look like. Hopefully you start the game with a Thrall. I really hate it when you start a game and you have to get that level 3, level 4 before you can get your first little pet. Oh, I'm excited. Alright. So we'll go ahead, hit play now. Now everything else is default. I haven't tweaked the graphics. The only thing I did was told the game not to be full screen, just so I could actually broadcast it out. So let's go ahead and hop in while that's loading up. Let's take a... Let's see if anybody's... No, someone came in, somebody left. Here's your load screen. Get a little Coco here.
There it is! The Island of Dawn! Now we'll see some action!
Patience, recruit. Whatever's on that island wiped out the first expedition. It's a graveyard for the arrogant.
Ha! A graveyard for anyone who dares to cross swords with me, maybe. Who's with me?
Count me in. On the day I heard about a mysterious island rising out of the sea, I dreamed I'd see it for myself.
Then you need more ambitious dreams, my friend. Mysterious island equals ancient treasures. Equals the perfect place for me.
By the Titans, that island is huge.
Enough chatter, recruits. Get down there and report for duty. For the Federation.
That must be me.